Hello students, I hope everyone is good and everyone is well wherever you are. Today I am here to explain you regarding mathematics subjects under which I am going to explain part of the subject. So in between you have to make a note of the important points. Just be ready with your pen and pencil and your notebook. Before starting this class, I am going to explain some explanation. Note it down and try to apply while solving your questions, right? And just be concentrate in your class while listening this topic of mathematics. And before starting and before going into detail or chapter, I want you to just concentrate and just observe carefully these points. So you will be able to clear with your ideas while solving your problems, right? What you will do generally with the equations in mathematics to solve the problems. Okay, these equations is applicable for finding solutions and basic components of this equation. Suppose in an example, if you take x square minus 4x minus 5, these equations will be having certain sort of compositions in which x term is there and non-x form of terms are there. Numerical form is there, non-numerical form is there. Just be careful with the terms. Whatever I am saying, you have to correlate your all previous knowledge with these explanations. Okay, try to correlate the terms, otherwise it will be difficult for you if you are not clear with the term to get the exact answer, right? Now, possible to solve all sorts of problem. Previous years also uses this, you would have used this question. So try to think it in a critical way. Have you ever applied these equations in your any sort of life situation? Day to day life, you would have come across with many sort of situation. Whether have you applied or these sort of, whether have you used these type of equations? If not, further explanation we'll see in this chapter only. Now, today our topic is going to be quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic equation, it is general form of representation is ax square plus bx is equals to c. Now, 1x square plus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. If it is an example of the equation, then in the right hand side 0 will be there, which will be always be 0, and in the left hand side equation form of representation is there, where the numbers whatever it is having, whatever numerical form it is having, it will be in a real number, not equals to 0, right? And these 1 5 6, what are they and what are x square and x? These are nothing but the arbitrary variables and arbitrary constants, right? You have to be very clear with the terms of these equations. And here they have represented 1 as a, 5 as b, and the 6 as c. The 6 is a constant number. Then here the 1 coefficient of x square, 5 is coefficient of x, right? The general quadratic equation here, what you have to do generally, you have to find it out the unknown of the x. What is x value, right? So we'll see how we'll calculate and how we have to follow the process. Now here just try to concentrate these methods and just try to observe. Method 1, it is factorizing the equations. First method, there are different approach to solve these equations. First one is factorization method. Combine all the form in the in at one side and move other form of terms at other side, right? And in the method 2, just try to combine all the like terms at one side and move other form of terms at other side in the quadratic formula, in the form of quadratic formula. Just be clear with the first method, it is factorization method, and second one is a quadratic, the third one it is a completing the square. Among these three type of forming of solving these equations, what we have to concentrate basically in this chapter right now in this class, that is factorization method to solve the quadratic equation, right? Now here are some steps for factorizing the equations, in which among these, first step it is move all terms to one side of the equation, usually the left, using addition and subtraction. And the second method, factor the equation completely. Second step, factor the equation completely. Third step, set each factor equals to 0 and solve. And the last one, fourth one, it is list each solution from step 3 as a solution to the original equation, right? Here what you have to do, basically you have to follow step by step all the process very punctual manner, right? If we day to day life, what we used to say, be punctual, be regular at your work, wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Why we are saying? Because until and unless if we are not punctual or regular in our work, we won't be able to achieve our ultimate goal. So here also, similarly here also, if we are not following the process for factorization method, we won't be able to get the exact answer for our problem, right? If you take in this equation till now, what we have seen that x square 4 minus 4x minus 5, it is there. Then in this form of equation, what you have to do, you have to x square minus 5x plus 1x minus 5, that will be the second step. How it is coming? You will be multiplying the 5x 5 into 1x square here, right? You have, what you will be getting, 5x square. So you, this 5x square you have to divide, and you have to form a two consecutive number, which you ultimately form the minus 4x. What is the number? That 5x plus 1x, okay? And in that you have to take a common term outside the bracket. Inside the bracket you have to take the uncommon part. Outside x will come, and inside x minus 5, then plus 1 x minus 5 again it will come. Now x minus 5, now x minus 5 will be common in these two, in these solved equation part, okay? And here x plus 1 will come inside the bracket equals to 0. You have to make it equals to 0. And x is equals to, what you will get if it is minus 5, it comes outside equals to, if you put x equals to, then sign of the 5 will change into positive form, and the plus form of sign will change into negative form, right? So these two root of this equation will get 5 and minus 1. That is the value of x. Two form of values will get from the equation. This is the way of solving the equation. This is an easy example. We'll see further more example in the next explanation or the next slides. Here in this example, you in your screen you can see the example is there, that is m square minus 14m plus 13 is equals to 0, okay? And this paper and this handwriting is mine handwriting only. If you want to check from somewhere, you can go through net and you can search this paper and the handwriting, you can match with that. There is, it is not like that I have taken from somewhere and I am copy and pasting. So in the same manner, I want you to be very honest while solving this problem, okay? You have to note down in your notebook these questions and solve this process by yourself. Try to solve by your own, okay? Now m square minus 13m is there, minus 1m. How you will be getting? You will be getting 13 into, if you are 13 into multiplying by 1m, okay? That is 13m. This number you have to break it down, and you have to get the two consecutive number that will give ultimately what? 14m. What will be the number? That is minus 13m minus 1m. If you add these two number, what you will get ultimately? Minus 14m, right? Then plus 13 is equals to 0. You have to equalize with the 0, and this m you will take common, and inside the bracket what it will come? M minus 13, okay? And minus 1, the inside the bracket my m minus 13 is there, is equals to 0. That will be our third step while solving the factorizing process. Okay, now my m minus 13 is a common form, and m minus 1 is a another term for while getting the root of this equation. What happens with the sign of minus if we take it out from the bracket? M minus 13 is equals to 0 while getting the root of m. How much it will be? 13. And here m minus 1 is equals to 0. What it is? M minus 1 is equal, m will come as positive sign 1. How many values we are getting for x? 13 and 1 are the root of the given quadratic equations. Okay, I have solved this equation for to make you understand with the with the clear idea. So you have to practice this, you have to make your effort also. Okay, in that while listening also you should be able to correlate your forms and all the process. Okay, you should be keep it in mind and just remember these steps. That is very important. Now here is a, that is a simple form representation. Some examples we have solved. Now here what? 6 root 3 x square plus 7x minus root 3, you can see on your screen. Okay, this is also my paper and my handwriting and my pen only. You can check from any net sources whether the same form of paper or handwriting is matches with some other type of picture. Okay, I want you to be very honest. For that purpose only I am repeating the same thing I have solved you, but personally for you people, but you also have to be take it very seriously and solve it by your own only. Okay, now this therefore this is a sign of therefore. 6 root 3 x square plus 7x, if we take here from right hand side to left hand side this root 3, what it will form the equation? 6 root 3 x square plus 7x minus 3. Okay, now what we'll do, we here just look at the right side. 6 root 3, if we multiplying with the minus root 3, what will get? Minus 18. Here we have got the two consecutive number which ultimately give what? 9x, 7x it will give. So how will perform the third step? 6 root 3 x square plus 9x minus 2x minus root 3, right? 3 into root 3x, 2x plus root 3 in the bracket will take common. What is the term for common? That is 3 into root 3x. Okay, inside 2x plus root 3 minus 1, 2, and inside the bracket 2x plus root 3 is equals to 0. Now after this 2x plus root 3, that is one term, and 3x plus 3x into root 3x minus 1, that is one term. This we have to equalize to 0. And while getting a separate root or separate value for x, what we'll do, we'll write 2x plus root 3 is equals to 0. That is 2x is equals to minus root 3. So x, how much we will get? Minus root 3 by 2. Similarly for here, the 3 root 3x minus 1 is equals to 1. So x is equals to how much? 1 minus 1 is 1 divided by 3 into root 3, and x is equals to root 3 minus minus root 3 divided by 2. These two form of values will get, right? Now on your screen there is also one form of other sort of example is there for solving this equation, that is minus root 2 x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 into root 2. Okay, so what will be the equation form? Try to think it in your creative manner and try to form an equation. What will be the question of your equation? It would be root 2 x square, root 2x square plus 5x plus 2x plus root 5 what it is root 2 5 root 2. What you will do with these two? You will add. Okay. How much it will come? It is 7x only. 7x. What is your equation? Root 2x square plus 7x and plus 5 root 2. Okay, that will be your question form. And if you separate the 7x into two consecutive number, what you will get? 5x plus 2x, right? In that, after that step, what you have to do? You have to write the root 2x square plus 5x plus root 2x into root 2x plus 5 root 2. Okay, and in that, common thing will be coming out, that is x will be coming out. Root 2x plus 5 will come inside the bracket and plus root 2x, and here x plus 5 will come, and root 2 will be common, and after that x plus 5 will come is equals to 0, and these two, x plus root 2 into x root 2x plus 5 will come also inside the bracket, that will be equalized to 0, and x equals to what you will get. I told you, just be clear with your sign terms of these numbers. Okay, so if plus it is there, if it comes out x, you will get minus root 2, x you will get minus root 5 by 2. Okay, now in the previous, while starting this chapter, I told you the practical uses of these equations. This is nothing but the scientific attitude of how you can view your subject in a scientific manner. There is a reason behind using these equations that we'll see in a video. You have to watch the video carefully, okay, and just try to observe and think it creative or critical manner, and how we'll apply these type of equation in our daily day-to-day life.
Do you know the general form of a quadratic equation? It's ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And don't forget the important conditions. A is not equal to 0 and a, b and c are real numbers. Now I will give you a couple of interesting examples which we need to express using equations. Here's the first one. We are given that the product of two consecutive natural numbers is 132. How do we approach this? This is the only information we have and we need to find the smaller number. Variables help in such cases. Let the smaller number be x. What will be the bigger number then? As the numbers are consecutive, the bigger number will be x plus 1. Their product is 132. So x times x plus 1 will equal 132. Using the distributive property on the left, we get x squared plus x equals 132. Transposing 132 to the left, we get x squared plus x minus 132 will equal 0. And solving this will give us the value of x, which is the smaller number. Don't worry, I'm not expecting you to solve it yet. We will understand solving quadratic equations later. Right now, I just want you to represent the given examples as quadratic equations. So here, we represented this problem using this quadratic equation. Once we get x, which is the smaller number, we add 1 to it to get the bigger number. Would you like to try one now? Okay, remember, I'm not really expecting you to solve for the width. I just want you to represent this text using a quadratic equation. Go ahead. Let's make our life easy with a diagram first. Let this be the rectangular plot which measures 8 meters by 12 meters. Now around it, we have a uniform pathway like this. And the area of this rectangle will now be 140 square meters. Let's call the resulting rectangle ABCD. The area of rectangle ABCD is 140 square meters. Can you tell me the length and the breadth of rectangle ABCD? The length will be this length plus this length plus this length. It will be x plus 12 plus x or 2x plus 12. And similarly, the breadth will be x plus 8 plus x or 2x plus 8. The product of these two will equal 140. And solving it further will give us this quadratic equation. Solving this will give us the width of the pathway in meters.
Hope you understood what has given in a video. One text form of question they have converted into in a form of equation only, that what they have solved by the factorization method, that is a area of rectangular path. So here now we have come to the end of our part of the chapter. Now it is a time for your homework, under which you have to do two question, question 1 and question 2. Question 1 is apply this quadratic formula in different questions of finding areas. Okay, that will be inner part of the rectangular part, and solve previous year question also regarding this equations by using factorization method. Question 2, the practical use, the same form of you have to search some other form of video by net or by any source from where you will able to find these factorization method approaches. Right now on your screen you can see link for your application. After going through the explanation of this chapter, what you have to do, you have to go through the link. There you have to solve some equations by applying this factorization method, and you have to submit your form. These forms you will get from your respective teachers only. Okay, till now we have completed a part of your quadratic equation chapter. After this class we'll explain some other method in a detailed manner. Till that, have a good day and thank you so much.